Hi everybody, how are you doing? My name is Mariana, and I hope up till now you've had a good conference so far, the biggest social business summit held by McGill until now. And I'm here today to share with you how my involvement with my vision led to the development of my career in the field of social business. So, taking a step back, maybe 3 years ago, when I first heard about the social business model. At the time, I was a McGill student and I was taking a mandatory course in the BCom program called Social Context of Business. Now, my professor had given us a project where we had to take action and we had to find a problem in the university and solve it in a way that would still continue after we graduated. So I saw this as a super big challenge. I really wanted to dive into it because the other option was to write a conscious journal, to live consciously for about, I think, 30 days and just question everything that we did, how it affected people, why we had been brought up with the mentalities that we'd been brought up with. And I felt that the action project was a lot more interesting. So I went for it and I was looking around the university for different projects that I could maybe join or different ideas, feedback from people. And when I went to see the office, the sustainability office, there was one other girl who was also there to see them about a project. So I arrived in the office and I sat down and I kind of pitched to them what my background was. I had done this and this and this, and this is what I wanted to do. And here was this girl with a solid plan to create a program, an academic program to involve the social business model at McGill University. And of course, I was so impressed, a little bit humbled because I found out that, my intentions were good, but not quite as ambitious as this girl's. And as she explained the social business model, I started to realize that my passion for socially focused projects and compassion for the community was coming in very nicely with my business degree. It was social business. And this girl's name was Joanna Klimchak. She is the co-founder of My Vision. So from that day forward, Joanna and I got together to plan out how we could bring social business to the academic part in McGill. At first, I saw it as something unattainable, something that students didn't have the right or the precedence or the experience doing because it wasn't ours to bring to the university. This was my mentality before it ever happened. But Joanna had already been speaking to a lot of professors. She had pretty much laid the groundwork, and when I joined in, we found a way to make it so that our work could be given some credit. So we did an independent studies course together with Professor Emine Sergolu, and we brought in courses that already existed at McGill that we thought would be relevant to the concentration in social business to develop a framework and then propose it to the undergraduate program committee. And this is how it all started. It was a big project to start with, and it only came true after 2.5 years. It was finally approved. It had to go through many levels of approval, but we were so happy that this actually ended up becoming faculty-student collaboration to bring forth a program that would bring value to McGill. And I really, Joanna and I both thought it was very important because social business is a new way of doing business that can really harness the business sector, which has, most of the power, most of the good marketing strategies, and it was using it to solve social problems. And we thought that this should be taught from an early age. Not only that, but students should have access to internships in the area from an early age, that they should have hands-on experience, they should have access to this network of people in the social economy at the university stage. and we were very happy when it came through, and it'll be launching, as you guys probably already know, September 2014. It is called the Concentration in Social Business and Enterprise. So from here, Joanna and Yashvi had started working on my vision, and I, was helping out a little bit on the side, kind of helping them lay the foundations for the whole network. And I joined in My Vision McGill as VP Communications. And in the first semester, we had a great team. It was small, but we had big intentions. And unfortunately, soon after that first semester of being at My Vision McGill, I had to leave because I was going to go on exchange. But my involvement didn't stop while I was in Singapore. I continued to stay in touch with the My Vision McGill members, and this is when we really started pushing for a My Vision Global Network. We started to take on projects such as, opening up My Vision at Queens, getting more involved in the organization of the Young Challengers meeting in other parts of the world. The year before, we had attended the Global Social Business Summit in Vienna, and we were planning to attend that year the one in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. So with that vision already in mind, we pushed forward and we met people in the network, social business experts, other students interested in the area, and we tried to make something fruitful out of it. My career in the YCA specifically, the YCA being Yunus Center AIT, happened because from that first conference in Vienna, I met one very cool connection from the Yunus Center at AIT, and we kept in touch, and he proposed, because they wanted to get more involved with youth, that My Vision and the Yunus Center AIT, along with two other organizations, start some sort of collaborative competition called the YY Contest. So he envisioned some sort of platform that would allow students to develop social business ideas. To give you an example, there was a group of students in Japan 2 years ago that saw that there was a lot of makeup waste, and a lot of girls were buying their makeup material, lipstick, eyeshadow, and they used it for about 6 months, and sometimes they grew out of the color, they didn't like it as much, and it just got thrown away without being used. So these girls came up with an idea, which was to take this makeup material and convert it into art material for children by applying special chemicals that would make it easy to put on paper, and it would make it safe in case the children ingested it. And this is the idea that won the YY contest in Vienna 2 years ago. What we wanted to do was take this, make it a cross-cultural collaborative competition where maybe the students in Japan already had a way to solve the malnutrition that people were facing in Canada, or maybe a student in Poland had already dealt with some sort of health care problem that the United States was facing, or maybe someone in Bangladesh had already developed some sort of organic farm that they were trying to develop in Colombia. And so we started working on this platform together. We created a global team. We met often on Google Hangouts, and just from this experience, when a job posting opened up at the Yunus Center AIT, 2 people recommended me for it, and I had not previously been thinking of applying to the Yunus Center AIT, but I saw it as an amazing opportunity, and I jumped right into it. The application process was long. It was slightly rigorous. I had to go through 2 interviews. They specifically wanted to make sure that my personality fit well with the culture that they had at the Yunus Center AIT, and I kind of had to prove that to them. I went as far as to ask Professor Yunus for a reference letter, which I was able to get. So it was all very exciting. And I've always liked to travel with a purpose. So whether it's doing an exchange in Singapore to learn the culture, or working somewhere for a year, or doing a language exchange somewhere for a year, I saw this as another opportunity to jump into that challenge and immerse myself in the Thai culture. And here I am. So right now at the Yunus Center AIT, I'm working on this collaborative competition, or this collaborative platform, which we hope to have for you for this Global Social Business Summit, which will be held in November in Mexico. And you can stay tuned, it'll be coming soon. And that's all that I'd like to share with you today. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the conference, and continue to engage in these types of projects, because they're really fulfilling. Personally, it's what makes me wake up in the morning. It's what's led me to make so many friends within the social business network. It's given me travel opportunities, and now we'd like to offer for you guys internship opportunities at Yunus Center AIT. So you can take a look at that. And I hope you guys have a great evening. Keep it YY.